Alright, just got done evoluting my dudes, and what I mean by that is this, obviously. I have a couple, I think from here to here, a couple familiars to reveal. Let's see if we get anything cool, or Pog, or Champ. A little bit of nothing, a little bit of nothing, we got a lot of bit of nothing. Any boss fams? Any attack 6% fams, perhaps? Perchance? That's all of them. Yep, that's all of them. Well, back to the old grindstone. Alright. I'm here. I'm gonna turn my hourglass off because I don't want to grind here. I'm just doing dailies. But I just wanted to hang out and talk for a little bit about just some stuff. I think if it isn't... Well, I don't actually think I recorded the last clip, but I'm done farming familiars. I've farmed my last set of 25 or whatever, and I did 25 rolls and I got nothing, so I'm still stuck with the 35, 20, and 3% attack fams that I have. I just hope that they add more Grandest familiars to all the areas. I would like to continue making my familiars better, but I just can't do it with what we have going on. It's just not plausible for me. I have never farmed in a map with real rates, and I started farming in Shangri-La Winter 4 just to see what my rates would be bite farming it. I two-shot bat farm in that map. It's an 18k map. I'm only getting 15k bite farming because I two-shot. And my rates are still 1.5 times the meso and 4 times the XP. It's just absurd. And I'm getting about the same kills. Well, I'm getting more kills than I was in the Cernium map because I was farming in a 14k Cernium map since they were my boys. You know the boys, these guys, the fucking boys. I couldn't abandon them. You know, you gotta remember the people who got you there, you feel me? So I wasn't even farming in a 16k Cernium map in Burnium or whatever. But, I mean, that was just my choice, because I'm loyal. These hoes ain't loyal, but I am. All that is to say, even with really bad rates compared to what the map cap is, i.e. my 15k to the map's 18k or whatever, because this is the map that I'm farming in, Winter 4. And it's not even a close one-shot on bats. My bats are pretty solidly doing 65% of their HP. It's just not something I'm going to be able to one-shot. This is the map that I was fam farming in, by the way. I don't know, it was just the Cernium map that I grinded in back when I was a baby Nightwalker, and I don't know, just something about it, you know? Like I said, you gotta remember where you were, stay humble, stay where you came from. But I'm done fam farming, and it's just because if I had put all that time that I took fam farming into grinding for XP, I mean, I feel like I might be close to 283, maybe 284 by now. And while that's not crazy, I would be close to 285 symbol. And I mean, 280 was my initial this is probably as far as I get. But the more that I think about it, and I mean, I'll have to see my XP rates once I actually get into the 280s, because obviously the experience goes up in every, bracket. It does a little spike, rather than just, a small increase. I'll have to see how the XP looks, but the more I think about it, the more I'm 285 is probably realistic. It'll take time for sure, but it's probably doable, reasonably doable. But after 285, I don't think I have any desire to level, because 285 obviously will be the last symbol. This is the 280 symbol, this is 285. So once I get that, I mean, the only farming I would do would be for, like, Meso or Fragments. And, like, I didn't really farm in this game for, like, the last year up until, like, the last month and a half or two, which is when I started doing familiars. Because whenever they added familiars, I got, like, inspired to start farming. So I went from doing dailies to simply farming. And I would pretty much farm out my Legion shop coupon, my Legion wealth coupons. And I would try to, like, do that every week. Some weeks I would do more. Like this week, I farmed all of my Legions, my level 3s, my level 2s, my level 1s, and then I also still did more farming after that. This week was definitely one of my more crazy weeks, but that is all to say. If it wasn't for familiars being added to Grandis at all, I don't think I would have ever gotten back into farming, at least not now. So, even if I think the familiar situation isn't super great, I'm happy that they did it. Since it got me back into farming. But that's my current thoughts and my current plans going forward. I'm just doing I'm finishing up my dailies. I don't need to be here anymore since I finished the Cernium, but I'm used to just being here. So I guess let me go to Harsh Winter 4. And I can kind of show you what I do if I can find a map here. I don't know why oh yeah, I was doing Monster Park. I was like, why am I in Channel 1? Okay, here we go. So what I usually do is I just stand here and I just bite. I just bite over and over. That's it. That's the tech. Sometimes I'll throw one of these out if it's off cooldown. But you can see my bats very comfortably two-shot. They're not even close to one-shotting. Even with all my buffs, I can't one-shot them. Like all my G skills, red pot, guild buff, it just doesn't come close. But I like bite farming because it allows me to farm for long periods of time. Also, I think I should turn the hourglass off because I don't want to sit here and farm right now. But I just sit here and bite farm. And I like bite farming because I can do it for long periods of time, and I also don't have to focus on the game hardly at all. I mean, I don't focus on the game at all. Like, 90% of the time, if you ever see me farming, I'm just not looking at my screen. I'm looking at my I'm gesturing to my other monitor as if you guys can see it. And I'm just, like, watching something. Or I'm talking to my friends, or I'm watching them stream something. I'm doing anything but looking at MapleStory. The only time I look at MapleStory is when it's time to loot. But that being said, you can see my bats are not close to one-shotting. I think these things have, like, almost 12 bill health, and my bats hit for like 7 to 9 bill right now, and so even with the final damage increase from over leveling them, I don't think it would one-shot. But even still, doing this, two-shotting bats, I get like 15k an hour, which it's not good considering the map is 18k, but it's not bad, right? I'm willing to take that cut for me being able to farm at all. Because if I was active farming, there's 0% chance I would be able to, you know, do it for nearly as long as I do this for. So if I do 5 hours of bite farming versus 2 hours of active farming, I'm still significantly coming ahead in the bite farming just because I'm doing it for longer. And it's like sometimes I'll throw in some, you know, a Shadow Clone here, a Greater Dark Servant there, a fucking throw some quintuples. But for the most part, I'm just sitting here holding down bite. And it's just... MapleStory is very much the definition of marathon, not sprint. And it also doesn't feel bad if you don't decide to try and sprint, which I think is something I appreciate significantly, coming from games like Lost Ark. But here we go. This is what it's all about. We're about to level up. It's a long time coming. We did it. Yippee. Very exciting. Oh, I did a nice stretch and I see all the messages. How nice. But yeah, 280. I gotta go do Arteria now. I'm very excited. Mostly because I'm done fam farming. That's why I'm excited. I'm excited to be done with fam farming. Ay, ay, ay.